Well, hi, this is Custom Works, and I'm Clint Allen. And today's Tech Talk, we're going to talk safety. We're not talking about make sure that you have a fire extinguisher or stupid stuff like that. Let me tell you the story that happened this week. Condense it on down the best that I can. I have not a friend, but we met probably about 10 years ago, okay? So through this progression of time, we have rebuilt his 6.4 POWERSTROKE so it doesn't blow up every 100,000 miles. I built him a under the bumper wheel lift for his repossession business on that same Super Duty. He has 2 flatbeds. About a week and a half ago, he calls up and he says, well, hey, the weld on the main hydraulic that runs the bed back has cracked. Can I weld that? And I said, well, absolutely, you can weld that. You have to pull it out and take it all apart and clean it out so none of the hydraulic fluid is in there. And I said, if you want, just bring it on down. And, you know, he doesn't want to pay for it, obviously. We'll just bring it in the shop on the weekend and we'll do it on a Sunday. Well, I didn't hear back from him. So, in his repossession business, his dad runs along with him most of the time for safety. People are just crazy. So I get a telephone call from his dad last Thursday, just a couple days ago. He said, well, Matt's not with us anymore. I'm like, well, what the hell do you mean? Something happened out on a job site? No, he tried to weld the hydraulic cylinder. And I said, well, Christ, I told him to bring the goddamn thing down here. We would handle it down here because it has to come out and be taken apart. He says, no. Hard head, he says he went in there with the wire welder and he says it was a small leak and there wouldn't be any air in the cylinder, he says, so there's no way it could explode. He says that's the last conversation that I had with him, and I said, you're stupid, meaning his dad. He says, don't do that. He says, take it down by Custom Works, he says, bound by your buddy, and get it done right. Well, they told his wife on Wednesday that they were confident that they found all the parts. Let me repeat that, just in case that didn't hit home. The police officers told his wife that they believe they found all of his parts. The pole building that he had completely blew the walls out on it. Of course, with that kind of power, whether you have a garage, a shop, or whatever, you always have fuels and all kinds of other flammable stuff in it. Well, he tried welding the crack and, of course, obliterated himself. The point of this is don't take shortcuts because that's what happens. At some point in time, you will become the loser. You may not kill yourself, but you will hurt yourself. Let me give you an example. Every morning when the guys walk in the back door, I have shelves set up. On those shelves is a reminder every day. Don't have to put a sign up. I just put the stuff up there on the shelf. Not to do stupid stuff. There is no place for shortcuts. On that shelf is this jack right here. This jack, many years ago, I was jacking up a rear end of a half-ton pickup truck. And I don't believe in using any metal holders, any metal stands. The only thing I believe in is chunks of cribbing of wood, which are 8x8 or 10x10 pieces of squared lumber that I cut and I use as cribbing. So I put two down, and finish up with small pieces. So what had happened is I jacked it up, went, grabbed my cribbing, started sliding underneath, got interrupted, and boom! There's the truck hanging like this, because I only had half the cribbing in. This right here broke off the jack right down here. Don't take shortcuts. If you're going to work underneath your vehicle with a jack, get something underneath it. Because if a metal stand is not sitting close enough to hold, let's say, an axle, and the jack gives out, well, that'll shock that stand and it'll probably break that stand more than likely. Something like this, when you stack two of them like this, two of them like this, something falls on it, this ain't going anywhere. So there's some advice. So I hope you've learned something today. Let me know in the comments what you think. And you take it easy and you have a good day.